Col de la Lowe's, and we just heard from Sepp Kuss here in the mix zone, who had a front row seat to a big, big battle and also had a chance for a stage win. He said Roglic sent him up the road to grab some bony seconds and perhaps get the stage win and get him up there in the top three to take away those seconds from his rivals. It didn't work out, but the team pulled off another great day with Roglic taking second. We saw Superman Lopez getting the stage win, and Sepp said when he drifted back there, he could just see the battles taking place up ahead, up on these steep pitches coming up here to the climb, 24% pitches, and I walked some of it. I can tell you it was very difficult.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to talk to Sepp over there. We saw some interesting tactics in the final 4K of this race from Jumbo-Visma. Wasn't quite clear what they were doing on our screens, but it sounds like the main objective of the day was for them to just put Tadej Pogačar under pressure. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. And we saw Pogačar weakening there a bit and Roglic grabbing more time for his jersey. So that's important for the team. Slovenian fans here are on the hillside and they're cheering for him. We saw Roglic do a salute to those guys, and other Slovenians coming up like Luka Mescik, they were cheering for him as well. Spoke with Luka a bit about the climb. You know, he's a bit of a sprinter and he was really suffering out there. He doesn't want to do it again. He was hating it, but also he appreciated that it's just a beautiful climb because up here on that bike path, and it made for some spectacular racing out here.
So you talked to Bilbao from Bahrain McLaren. You know, they put in so much work today to work for Landa. It didn't really come to naught. What did Bilbao have to say?
Yeah, exactly. You know, you have to applaud Bahrain McLaren for trying something, and they put all their men at the front, and they did what we've seen Ineos Grenadiers doing, and they did what Jumbo-Visma has been doing, and they rode at the front. They rode for Mikel Landa, who's been up here before in the Tour de France, been in the other Grand Tours, knows how to lead a race, and he's there within striking distance of the race lead, so he has a chance. And if these guys don't do something like that, these guys like Landa, like Superman, then there's no way, and Roglic is just going to cruise to Paris with the yellow jersey. So it was a bit of a mixed day, Pello said. He said he was proud of the team, how they rode at the front and took control of the race, but unfortunately you saw Landa just kind of drift back as they got closer here to the finish line, where I must say President Macron visited today, and there's a lot of guys with heavy guns around here walking around. It's a very secure area.
And our lone Canadian in the race, Hugo Hull, you know, working so hard for Miguel Angel Lopez, his Astana captain.
Yeah.
How did Hugo finish on the day?
You know, every day it's a pleasure to see him. He just rocks right up here without even asking, pulls in, and he said over the radio he heard around 10 kilometers to go, I think 5 kilometers to go, he heard the DS come over the radio and say Superman had done it, won the stage. And so they had a little celebration as they were struggling up those pitches. And of course, Hugo was happy for his team. Of course, Superman pulling off a stage win, it's a big thing for the team, Astana, but they're also going for the yellow jersey. And we all get the feeling that something serious might happen tomorrow. There's a lot of traps out there in this, what will be the 18th stage tomorrow in this Tour de France. We're getting towards Paris.
And good time to plug, while we were talking about Hugo Hull, that we have a lot of content. He is giving us kind of a behind-the-scenes look throughout the Tour de France of his race with Team Astana. So please do check that out on our site, on our app. Lots of good stuff with Hugo coming out. I think it's time for Alex and I to get into the show. We will see you tomorrow after what looks like another bear of a GC day.